Namaste and welcome back to today's episode of Mahabharata Matters. In the previous episode, we saw that Drishtadyumna had chopped off the head of Drona and thrown it to the ground. Arjuna had desperately tried to stop him. Arjuna was in immense sorrow. He loved his guru dearly. He said we better prepare ourselves to face the wrath of Ashwathama, our Guru Putra. He will be personified death with his fury now. Our Guru Drona did not have any weapons when you attacked him, Drishtadyumna. He was your teacher too. You have killed our great Guru. And our noble brother Yudhishthira has assisted you by speaking untruth just so that he could rule the kingdom for a few years. He sobbed profusely. Bhima could not believe what he was hearing from Arjuna. He was extremely furious with him. He scolded him and he said, "Are you in your right mind? How can you say this? Have you forgotten all the adharmic acts of Duryodhana towards our brother Yudhishthira and us? Have you forgotten the hardships our mother Kunti went through in the forest with us? Have you forgotten the disgrace he caused to Draupadi? Do you really think our brother Yudhishthira is fighting this war so that he could rule the kingdom for a few years? Whatever happened to your talk about standing up for dharma?" He enumerated all the disgraceful acts of Duryodhana from their childhood up until now. He continued and said, "This wretched Brahmin who was killed today was not my guru. He transgressed all dharmas of a Brahmana, had become a Kshatriya the moment he entered the battlefield. Today he was not even a Kshatriya. He was a barbaric butcher, killing all the soldiers ruthlessly. It was Krishna who permitted telling the so-called lie you are referring to. You do not deserve the friendship of our dear Krishna. If you are so afraid of Ashwathama, you can stay here. I will go and fight him." Yudhishthira was touched by the love and trust shown by Bhima. And Drishtadyumna spoke in support of Bhima. He asked Arjuna, "Arjuna, you say I was wrong in killing Drona and I will incur Brahma Hatya Papam, the sin incurred by killing a Brahmana. But tell me, in what way did Drona conform as a Brahmana? A Brahmana is allowed to give and take charity. He is supposed to learn and teach the Vedas. He is supposed to do sacrifices to please the gods. But he got on the Kshatriya's battlefield not to please gods, but to please Duryodhana, the most adharmic of all people that we know. There also he did not conform to the dharma of a Kshatriya. He was disgracefully killing all the soldiers using astras, which is against the code of war. Moreover, I was born to kill Drona. He knew this fully well when he accepted me to be his student. Drona killed my father Drupada, my brothers and my sons too. I was only avenging their death. You killed Jayadratha because he was one of the reasons for the death of your son Abhimanyu. How was my act any different? You killed Bhishma when he had abandoned all weapons. He was your guru. You killed Bhagadatta, who was your father's friend and your guru as well. How is my act any different now? Your noble brother Yudhishthira and myself will not occur any sin, because killing an opponent is the dharma of a Kshatriya. Moreover, we were saving the lives of thousands of soldiers whom he was killing mercilessly. If you weren't my sister's husband, I would have killed you for speaking against me this way." Satyaki was enraged to hear such words against his dear friend and guru Arjuna. He rushed towards Drishtadyumna with a raised mace and he said, "You killed Drona when he had thrown all his weapons. You tossed his head on the ground and disgraced him. Bhishma's death was caused by your brother Shikhandi, not Arjuna. Bhishma himself wanted to die. How dare you blame my guru Arjuna like this?" Drishtadyumna laughed at Satyaki and he said, "Says the person who killed Bhurisravas in the same exact manner? Arjuna had already chopped his hand off that was trying to kill you. You went and killed him when he had thrown his weapons too. But I did not question you because there was a long-standing family feud between the two of your families. Similarly, there was animosity between my family and Drona's family as well. I was avenging that. In fact, I was born to do that. Speak one more word and I'll break your head." Saying so, Drishtadyumna too rushed towards Satyaki with a raised mace. Bhima physically had to stop Drishtadyumna from getting into a battle with Satyaki. Sahadeva spoke at this time. He said, "Drishtadyumna, you are as dear to us as your sister Draupadi. Satyaki, you too are as dear to us as Krishna. At this time, let us not quarrel among ourselves about something that has already happened. Let us all come together to establish dharma, which was the very purpose for this war. We have to unify in facing the wrath of Ashwathama. Both Krishna and Yudhishthira agreed with the words of Sahadeva. So, what are our takeaways from the story? Righteousness and unrighteousness are not etched in stone. The definitions of just and unjust are relative. In hindsight, we may see things differently. But the reasons for our actions should be the right intentions at the time we are performing them. That is the key. If the intentions are selfish and driven by the ego, then they are adharmic. If they are performed for the higher good of the society and others, the same actions qualify as dharmic. To establish that, we can see that Krishna went as a messenger to Duryodhana asking him to stop this war. But then, after a few days, when the war became imminent and Arjuna wanted to run away from the war, he gave the entire Bhagavad Gita and told him why he should fight this war. It was their individual intentions that made all the difference in the approach. So, intentions make all the difference. With these thoughts, we come to the end of today's episode. Remember, in this series, we are discussing matters of Mahabharata because even today, Mahabharata matters. Hari Om!